Hello, hello. Give me a second here. Good evening. Welcome to Crafty Hour. If there's any issues, please let me know because they are having some issues right now, but hopefully everything goes smoothly. So, anyways, yeah. Lovely end to the day. So here we go. Welcome to Crafty Hour. My name is 𝗧𝗢𝗣𝗑𝗖, and this is ButterDish Designs, and this is episode 95. And we are going to be doing a neat fun fold card with the Mediterranean blooms. So go this way with that. There we go. Disregard the mess. It happens. So anyways, welcome. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me. And yes, so I'll go to this. Let's go to the double side here. So we are looking at the May 24 to April 25. Hi, Coney. Annual catalog. And we are going to be playing with this Mediterranean Bloom Suite tonight. You can see here, it's got a stamp set, which has some sentiments, some oranges, some little citrus flowers, and a neat little, like a little background-ish accent stamp there. It also has coordinating dies. These dies cut out the oranges, and as well as some blooms. It also has these bigger dies here, and then this outer one with the leaves and the inner one here. So yeah. And then, pardon me, it also has some gorgeous designer series paper that also has lemons in it. And, you know, it's just beautiful Mediterranean colors. You can see here it's got some blues on the back and then the bright citrus on the front. So, and then the other thing that is in that is they're called opal rounds assortments, and they come in the clear, the yellow, and the blue. So I've been playing with those a lot. I like them a lot. So just to show you a couple other cards that I've been making with this is, let's see here. Here's a hay card I made earlier this week. So I left it blank in there so you could write, you know, whatever type of sentiment you'd like. And I used the heartfelt hexagon punch to punch out that paper. And then yesterday, I did the hello with that. And I colored these with the blends, the oranges. I thought they turned out nice. And then I just did a little side thing there. So there's that. Now tonight, we're going to be doing a fun fold, I told you. And let me get my envelope out here. Like, I got different envelopes here. It's this one. So tonight, this is the card we're going to be making with the lemons here. And the cool thing about this is it is a different size. You can see here compared to normal. So it'll still fit in the envelope and everything, but it has a neat little fun fold out of it. And that is that it opens like this. So I'll have fun making that. All right, I'm going to set that off to the side for a second. We are going to need just this one die here. This one. I'm going to put these off to the side. And we're only going to use one stamp out of here. That's the little pattern stamp. And I've got a block here. And my tip for this is, because of the way the patterns go here, is that you can just make sure that these are straight. Let's see, there, focus. So, all right. Let's set this aside here. And let's start talking about construction here in a second. So we are going to need, of course, an envelope. All right, I'll grab that out. We are also going to need, which we set those spares back there. I am using Daffodil Delight. Hi, Anne. I am doing Night of Navy. You are going to need half a sheet of basic white here. I've already done the fussy cutting because it's just the lemon here. And that is just out of the designer series paper. That's the back side of that. But I just want that one lemon. So there's that. And then we're going to need some Night of Navy ink. And of course, we need the pattern paper here that I used on this one here. And we'll pull that out. There it is. So that's what we're going to be using. All right. Let me switch to just the overhead. There we go. And I do need to grab my Night of Navy ink pad. That's the only color we're going to be working with. But let's talk about the cutting first, okay? When I was figuring this out, I did make a little template. So here's the template here. So this is 10.5 this way and 5.5 this way. So you're just trimming off a 1/2 inch here, and it's the same as a normal card, 5.5 this way. Okay. Then you're going to score it at 3.5. You're going to flip it and score again at 3.5. All right. So that's this top part right here. Then if you put the thing this way at 2 3/4, you're going to be cutting to that first score line on this side, picking up the blade or flipping, whichever is easiest for you. And then you're going to be cutting 2 3/4. Well, it's not 2 3/4 this way, it's 2 3/4 this way. So 1/2 of 5.5 is 2 3/4. But you're just cutting to that score line, okay? And so what we're wanting in the end is this, and this part gets cut off, and this part gets cut off. So anyways, if you need to take a picture of this, please do so. If not, you can just rewind it, and I will share it again. But let's go ahead and start cutting our pieces. Again, this is the card that we're making, and the fold that I came up with is like this. All right. So if I listen to myself, I should grab my trimmer too, because I'm gonna need that. Okay. Should see about making this just a little taller here. Hang on one second. I know it's moving around. Just bear with me, okay? Just trying to make this a little taller. Bear with me. There we go. Hang on. Sorry if I'm making anybody sick there with that, but just trying to, all right, just get a little bit more of a view there. Okay. Move my little cutting stuff aside. Okay, so we've got our 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock. I'm going to need to bring that arm out for this. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it at 5.5 first. All right. I always look when I'm getting ready to do this next little cut because this little corner has a little, it's bent a little bit. So I'm going to cut off this side. So I'm going to 10.5. All right. So you're just cutting off that 1/2 inch there. Get rid of that there. Okay, so now we're going to do the scoring. You don't need this anymore. And that scoring is at 3.5. We're going to flip it and score it at 3.5. Okay. So there we go. I know you can't really see it on there, but it is honestly scored at 3.5 and 3.5. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is do that 2 3/4. And we want to go to that score line. So I'm just cutting that in, and I'm going to stand up so I can see where it gets here. Okay. And we've got it there. Okay. And I'm going from this side now. And what I'm doing is using the line here on the side of this blade. You can always look, see if you've got it. So now that looks like the template. All right, so we're going to leave that there for a second. And remember, on this template here, we're wanting the opposite sides, like so, and we want to remove this side and this one. So let's go ahead and fold those in. Give it a little burnish there. All right, so that's what we're wanting. And then we need to cut this side off. Now we're going to flip it around the other way. We're going to cut the opposite bottom off here. Man, this color is hard even for me to see, you guys. So I apologize, but it goes with the lemons. There we go. All right. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is this piece here, and we need these at 5 3/8. So there's 1, 2, 3. And I need 2 of these, one for the inside, one for the outside. So that's 5 3/8 by 3 3/8. So there's one. And then there is number 2. This will be for the inside. And then we will need one of these. This will be at 5 1/4. I'm just making sure I have enough before I trim it down. Okay, so 3 1/4. And this is 5 1/4. So that's going to be for the inside there. And now we need to go ahead and not lose the lemon that I cut out. Here we go. Okay, so this piece here needs to be, this is this piece. It's 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. So same as the white, but this time it's DSP. Making sure that that's, yes. Okay, so we are going to go to 3 1/4. Set that off to the side. Just keep trying to move the pieces back here. And then this is a 5 1/4. All right, so that's for the front mat there. And then the only other piece we need is a piece of, for the die cut, Night of Navy. And I'm going to give myself a good, I'm not going to need this much, but I just want to make sure I have enough. And then I'm going to slice off 4 inches off the rest of that piece. And this is going to be very similar to a couple weeks ago during Crafty Hour. Hi, Jill. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining me. Just so you know, we are making this Mediterranean Blooms Fun Fold card. I've done the cutting, but I'll explain it again. And this is the fold that I came up with here. So, and I've got some measurements and stuff, and we will go over that again here in just a few minutes. So this is what we're doing right now, is this Night of Navy die cut piece. So you see that this is way smaller. There you go, for example. Way smaller. So I'm going to show you how to modify this die cut and make this smaller one. So that's what we're going to do, and it actually goes this way. So you can see here, it is about half the size. So let's do that here. And I have my cut and emboss here. I have my little bit of mint tape. Hold on to that. I'm going to put this sideways so you can see it. And let's get started here. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is, I do try to line this up just because visually it's better for me when I'm going back around, like straight with the cardstock, okay? Move that closer that way. And we're only going to cut about half, if that. Because as we can see here, I've only got that little bit of curve that I made up there. All right. So I am going to hold my hand on that, and I'm going to start working this through. And the die machine is only going to cut where that top plate is. So just that, okay? move this here. So that's all we have, just that, okay? So now I'm going to turn that this way. And what I'm doing is there are these little dots here that are cut out. You can see all along the edges here. I am nestling this one into those so I can tell where to cut. I hope that makes sense. So you can get just a lot more bang for your buck out of your dies by modifying them. And so this one is stuck in there and we're good to go. Now this one is. So I'm going to place that on there again. And we only want it to cut so far. So that's why the plate only goes there. All right. And so now you can see as I'm taking this off, I've now made this beautiful smaller die cut from this big piece here. Okay. And don't worry, like if it's not perfect, if I didn't get that one side straight, that's okay, because it's going to be under a bunch of stuff. Nobody's going to notice, I promise. So, okay. Let's get our pieces back out here. And we need the white piece, the basic white, and the envelope here. There we go. The way that they have this stamp made makes it very easy to keep going with the pattern if you'd like, or you can offset it, whichever works for you. So that's going to be the inside. I may be getting this little crooked. That's just because I'm stamping off it's not straight underneath me, so it happens. Still looks fine. Say okay. All right. Let's make some magic here with the card. Here's the envelope to the sample. And here's another tip for this here. So we're going to be putting this on the front here. And you're like thinking, well, that needs to be cut in half. Well, yes, it does, but it's going to be much easier to cut this in half if you already have everything together, because there's no mat on that middle piece there. So, and what I'm going to do, because we are going to be cutting down the center, is when I'm adhering the glue, I'm just going to be adhering it. I'm trying to stay away from that dead center. I mean, you can cut through glue, it's fine. But it's still going to be wet for me, so I'm not have a chance to dry. Just don't really want it all over my blade. All right, so here we go. This paper is so beautiful. It just screams summertime to me. So that's going to be the front. This one here will be the inside, which we are not cutting, so it is good to go. All right. There we go. Let's go ahead and adhere this one down. So there, I got that a little far on that. That's okay. Go there. And so this one is going to be the front here. So if you go ahead and put it on there where your mat would be. I'd love to have a pencil right about now, but I don't have one. Just remember that that is 5 3/8. So that's 2 1/2, 1/8, and 1/2 of 1/8. 2 1/2, 1/8, and 1/2 of 1/8. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11/16. Whoop, whoop. Why did I have to make some math so hard this evening? I don't know. All right. So there we go. There's our 2 equal pieces. The one part I didn't write down on the thing. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and score this with a bone folder just a little bit better. All right. So I want to make sure that I've got my pieces where they should be here. Okay. And then we've got this one this way. I just needed it to come back just a smidge. So just giving it a good burnish. There we go. All right. Let's glue these pieces on. And I want to make sure that's flush up with that bottom part. So I'm opening that up, making sure that's good. We'll do the same for the other side. Oh, hey, it went back to 1. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. I don't know what happened there. They did say when I was getting on that they had a large amount of streaming going on currently, and there might be some issues. So I'm glad all is still seemingly well. Need to keep that over there. There we go. One of these is bent just a little. It's this top one, just a little crooked. So we're gonna force it to go back into place. There we go. There. So there's our card front. All right, this one we're going to adhere directly down to the top half only. So when you've got it centered, you want to just put your finger there and stay away from that center. All right. That looks good. There we go. And now we're getting good there. There we go. Then we've got our lemons that we cut out. And we are going to go ahead and pop these up with some dimensionals. When life gives you lemons, just squeeze the day. Oh, there we go. That should be plenty. All right. There we go. There we go. And then the last step here is to go ahead and add some of these sparkly opal rounds. And I went ahead and I went with the yellow ones because I know it's against the navy, but I still think it gives it just that little extra pop of color. There we go. I just think it's fun to make a different sized card on occasion, a little fun fold. I hope you like this fun fold and you'll give it a try. I'm going to pull this back out here. And then I should write on here one other little note. So once you mat these, then you're going to cut them in half. Forgot to add that on there. There you go. Thank you, Connie. So I think it's fun because people will start to open it. You know, they'll just pull it in. Oh, hey, yes. You know, another fun thing you could do is go ahead and tack down these sides here and make it a pocket card. Or it would be a perfect pocket for a gift card. That would be another way to do it. So lots of ideas there for that one. There's their little pretty envelopes. And the one that we made this evening is actually a tighter fit, which lays nice and closed there. So let me go back to this. There we go. I don't know how it's like I was on that side, now I'm on this side. So anyways. All right. Thanks for watching. Hi, April. You're catching the tail end. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. You could always watch the replay, which should post just shortly. Made this fun fold here. And it fits in a regular card size envelope. and it's real easy to do. So I hope you all will give this a try. All the measurements are here. And yeah, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm always here and happy to help. And just message me and I'll message you back, or, so forth like that. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks, Lisa. You're welcome, Jill. Thank you. Connie. Appreciate everybody watching, and I'll see you next week for episode 96. And as we get closer to episode 100, which is coming up here very shortly, I'm going to be doing some special things. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next week. Have a great night. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.